It's Wednesday, July 16th. I placed one trade on MES today, and thank goodness it was a winning trade. I took a loss yesterday, so I had 2 losses in a row to start the week. So yesterday I was really, really bummed and just feeling down. My account was in drawdown. I was just feeling like I just can't figure out how to get ahead in trading, and I still don't think I have it figured out, but at least I'm not as bad of a place as I was yesterday, although I was this morning. So to be fair, Monday, I should not have taken Monday's trade. That was an experimental trade, which is okay to do on my eval or sim, but I should not have taken that live. So I made sure to add that to my list of rules. So today I took kind of a classic trade. I took a short off supply. In the pre-market, I entered at 717. Man, entering in pre-market is kind of rough because the candles take so long to form. So I use a tick chart, which means these candles, it's based on volume. So these candles are more like 10 to 15 minute candles in the pre-market, and then once the market opens, they're like 1 to 2 minute candles. So I was watching this candle here for a really long time, like waiting for it to print so I can make an entry or make a decision to make an entry or not. So yeah, this took over 10 minutes, I think, to print. So these 3 candles here are what I call a 3 candle weakness pattern. It's one of my entry models for taking a short off supply. I thought this was a good setup because it was an untested zone and I had my entry model. I got really lucky on this trade. This candle, the opening candle, came up to 63.02. My stop was at 63.02.25. I was 1 tick from getting stopped out. And when that candle, it just kind of shot up, I was like, this is a losing trade. And I was feeling really bummed this morning. I was like, I cannot believe I'm going to have 3 losing trades this week. Even though, except for Monday, I'm following my signals, my entry models. Like, I don't know what else to do to get better, to get ahead in trading. I got really lucky. I should have put it 1 more tick higher. I think what I want to do is 2 points above the high, basically. So I wasn't quite there. But this trade felt emotionally taxing. It was really a rough trade. So when I entered, I was in drawdown immediately. And then price just went sideways. So I entered at 717. It wasn't until 740 that this candle finally broke down. So for over 20 minutes, I just watched price go sideways like this. Mostly while I was in drawdown, I was only ever up like 1 point maybe. And every time price got to the bottom of the zone, 94.75 or so, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles in a row, it just immediately retraced upward with strength. Every candle, every time it touched that price, it just up. It just kept bouncing up off that area. So I was like, this is a losing trade. A lot of times what I've seen is that when price does this, it's like what I call rebalancing. And then pushes up. So I was fairly confident this was a losing trade, or it was going to be a losing trade. When this candle here finally broke that consolidation area, I had some hope that it might go in my favor. I got lucky here too, in that this candle, the low was 82.50, and that's exactly what my TP was. So I got my TP pretty much immediately. Sometimes price will hit it and retrace, hit it. It takes a couple times because of liquidity, I assume. And then this candle here went 6 points in the opposite direction. So obviously price did eventually get all the way to the zone. So I would have, say my TP was lower, I would have gotten it. But I got lucky to just get it on this candle here. So that was 12.75 points. So that's my biggest trade on my live account so far. I'm almost at break even on the week now. I'm 1 tick from break even. So I lost 13 points Monday and Tuesday. To be able to make back what I lost, 2 losses in 1 trade, is really good. Now, I don't always have trades that are this high though. So it's a little bit of luck. I mean, Monday my loss was kind of small, and then today my trade was a little bit larger. So a little bit of luck there that it took one trade to make up my losses. And actually, I am still red. Even if I did get 13 points, I'd be red because of commission. So, but I'm pretty happy that that's the case. Because having losses that you can't make up in a day it's just too hard to get out of. And that's where I was for a really long time. Huge losses and small wins. I don't have enough trades yet on live to say, what my, generally where I'm at with that. But anyways, so yeah, kind of a classic, just supply and demand trade. Short off supply, and then you could have come in here. So I'm done after one trade, but I'm playing around with entry signals for taking longs off demand. I don't have it figured out yet. I have over 10 weeks of data that I'm playing around with different things, different ideas. So the latest thing I'm testing, this actually isn't a signal for a long for me, but if you just trade the strategy, you could just have come in here with your limit order, a really low risk trade, and taken this. This would have been an untested zone, so it's a good, clean setup in that regard. This came off supply and demand zones really nicely this morning. Once, twice, 3 times this came off supply, and this came off demand twice. Full tests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full tests. I don't take every test. I just take the first full test of the morning session. If it tested a couple days ago, I don't count that. But if it already tested this morning, for right now, I'm only going to take the first full test. So that would have been this one. However, for right now, this isn't an entry signal for me to go long. So, and then I came back to the computer. So I was done trading. 8:30 or so. I came back to the computer to see what happened, and I guess there's some comments from Trump about firing Powell, and the market really responded to that. This is a lot of movement. So starting around 9:15, 62.94 all the way to 62.40. Wow, 50 points. That's a lot. So pretty interesting. So anyways, I'm going to take screenshots. I take all these screenshots, off my demand zones because I'm trying to figure out what can I implement to take entries off demand zones to increase my win rate. That's it for today. 12.75 points, which obviously I'm proud of. I think I got pretty lucky today, being only one tick from getting stopped out. I'm almost at break even on the week. I've got 2 more trading days, and the week could go, it could go either way. It could be a red week, could be a green week. Obviously, I'm hoping for a green week. So I'm just continuing to follow my rules and follow the process. So that's today's recap.